Hi, this is Kevin Souza. We all have dreams in life, but not everybody, in fact, very few people, go after what they want to achieve, what they would love to have, be, or do. Many people just don't do that. I won't ever understand why. I really won't. Ever since I was a boy, I've had dreams. And we had an average upbringing. We weren't wealthy. We were living an average lifestyle. Okay. And we had the privilege of being able to be brought up most of the years of our childhood into a ranch, a home of our own, rather than an apartment or a tenement like we first lived in uh, very young years of our lives, from when we were born through when I was about 7 or 8 years old. And I have an older sister, Cheryl. She's almost a couple of years older than me. And then I have younger sister and brothers, Mary, Clem, and Tim. And we all, again, had an average life, but there was a seed of desire inside of me to want to achieve my dreams and go after my dreams and at least do whatever it took to make that happen. And it was fed as I grew older and was exposed to things in my life that gave me the opportunity to reach out and attempt to achieve my dream. It started when I was 19. I joined the Amway business, and it brought out of me my desire and belief that I could achieve my dream if I really put my heart and soul into it. Every single member of my family, all of my friends, classmates, school teachers, uh, everybody I associated with were completely negative when I offered them the opportunity to join me in the Amway business. And I didn't take it as they were negative toward me. I took it as they were just unbelieving. They were non-believers that you could actually, build yourself into a situation where you could achieve your dream using the Amway business. But okay, when I first started and got rejected, um, when I showed the opportunity to people that I love and cared about, I did take it personally. I thought they were rejecting me at first. Years later, I realized they weren't rejecting me. They were just simply rejecting the opportunity. But in my immature mind and heart, I felt like they were rejecting me because I wanted to use the Amway business as a vehicle to achieve my dream. So I stopped doing the income producing activities to achieve my dream, but I stayed in the business. And when I stayed in the business, I started listening to, years ago, cassette tapes of successful people in the business and how they taught about having a positive attitude and how the principles of success are important when it comes to achieving your dream. And so I pretty much went into education mode and stopped approaching others about taking a look at a way to make money, which is the income producing activity, and instead just kept going to weekly meetings. I went to weekend events over the years. The first one was Waterville Valley in Vermont, and was in awe at how these people who were very successful in the business and in life would share their hearts and talk about and teach success. And I was attracted to that. Over the years, I had a ton of jobs and wasn't happy at all because I wanted my independence, but I still wouldn't do what it takes to build a business or do it consistently enough. I would poke it with a stick because I was, again, not probably, I was afraid of rejection. I was afraid of people saying no for years. Well, fast forward from age 19 to age 46, okay? And wow, that's many years, isn't it? 19, 29, 39, 27 years later, right, at age 46, I looked at a way to make money online because that's when the internet was born. And that was back in 2005. So let's see, 2005. Just want to see how old I was. Minus 1958, which is the year I was born. Okay, I was going to turn 47 that year, so I was 46. And I wasn't supported by my wife at all because it was the same old, oh, show me, that doesn't work, And so I was on my own, and I had to use the fortitude that was built inside of me from the exposure I had to successful people's training over the years. I had read dozens and dozens of books. I had listened to just probably 1,000 cassette tapes. I had been to hundreds and hundreds of meetings. And so inside my mind and in my heart, I had the training. But I did not have the online training piece, so I didn't know what I was doing on the internet. But I did know the principles and the income producing activities. I was smart enough to know that if I could put my website in front of enough eyeballs, then a percentage of them might sign up. Sure enough, from 2005 to 2008, I was able to build, close to 6,000 signups in my business. Now, that business was a very small commissioned business. They paid $1 per month for signups. So with 6,000 signups, do the math. That was 6,000 a month. So I was able to quit my job in 2008, which was 3 years after I started. And that was 8 years ago. And to me, I felt like I've arrived at least at the door of success. Well, here's what happened. I went into education mode because I still didn't know the internet. And I wanted to teach myself a lot of the online knowledge that you don't necessarily need, but I wanted, okay? And so I spent 2008 to 2012, that 4-year period of time, in education mode where I would actually spend money on training courses to teach me different things online. And in the meantime, other things that were involved with helping me build my online business created additional income in addition to my mainstream income. And in 2012, my ex-wife asked me for a divorce. And she said it's because we weren't aligned. We no longer had things in common. That was the reason. And I was devastated. So I moved out, preparing for the divorce. We agreed on things, and I wasn't happy. Of course, I was very sad. And I had a friend who had signed up in my business the week after I had left my job in 2008. She signed up. Her name was Kimberly Clark. And I helped Kimberly. Kimberly helped me with some projects on working with nonprofit organizations in that particular business, and we became friends. And then in 2012, we got closer, and right, it wasn't too much longer. It was like within the year from when I was divorced, we fell in love. And so I sold everything I owned in Massachusetts, except for how much I could stuff in my car, and drove 1,000 miles to Kentucky, where Kim lived with her daughter, who has autism, Ashley, and we got married the last day of the year in 2012. As the time that I'm doing this video, it's 2016, April 4th. So by the end of this year, Kim and I will have been married for 4 years. In this period of time, we grew even more. I started another business in 2012, and we have built that with some other income streams online, to where Kim and I have earned well over $300,000 in the last few years. And we're in a position to help people who are willing to learn and willing to work and have a dream that they want to act upon. And here's what happened from 2012 to today. Lots of people join our business and get started and they attempt to, show the business to other people so that they can build their own business, and then they quit. Some don't even attempt to, they just join and then quit. Most people quit. Most people join and quit. That's just the way that this profession is with online marketing and teaching people how to earn income from home. The sad part, and it does hurt tremendously, is when you develop friendships with these people and then they decide to quit. And then all of a sudden, it's like you don't hear from them again. And, you develop relationships with these people and friendships, and that hurts. But, over the years, with all the training that I've had in this profession, from age 19 up until now, that's what? My goodness, almost 40 years. I've developed staying power, and I've needed to apply that staying power to my life in what I'm doing now online to handle the sadness when somebody leaves your business that you've developed a relationship with. So in spite of that, I'm continuing to press on because that's what I've learned with the principles of success over the last 40 years, is that persistence and dedication and commitment to your dreams and your goals and commitment to helping those few that do hang in there. And there are a few that hang in there and are still working the business. And so rather than focus on the ones who quit, on the people who just don't have that same strength and fortitude of persistence to their dream, who quit, in spite of that, focus on those who are still with you and those who are still working the business. Those are the people that you develop the relationships that will last for the rest of your life. And so, in spite of the fact that people don't, decide that they want to give up, focus on those who are pressing on with you. And it's wonderful because the relationship that you build with those people lasts forever. And I'm grateful for that because, yes, I do want my independent spirit to achieve the dreams that my wife and I want in life, but we also want friendships and relationships. And the businesses that we're involved in allow us to be able to build relationships with those special people who press on like you do in spite of what's happening all around them. And so this message was to let you know that, hey, I'm with you. And if you're one of those people who, like me, had a dream, a seed inside of you in your heart that you want to achieve, that you're willing to commit your entire life to, then join Kim and I, and you will have come to the right place with the right people because we care. We really, really care. And so I hope this video has given you some insight, a little bit about myself, but more importantly, gives you hope about your own dream. So if there's a link somewhere on this page that allows you to join Kim and I, go ahead and do that. And what we'll do is we'll take the time necessary to help you get started and show you the ropes, okay? Step by step. So go ahead, join Kim and I, and thanks for listening. And I'm looking forward to speaking with you in my next video. So you make it a wonderful day. This is Kevin Souza, and I'll talk to you soon.